When you start seeing that you're working with God on this thing and you're not the big person responsible for everybody's salvation, and some of you don't feel that, some of us do. We feel like the whole world's on our shoulders. That's one of the things that's been breaking my body down. And so it's one of the things that God and I have been dealing with, that is not my responsibility. But my responsibility is to be a witness. That means, hey, don't have just a great message. Don't have just a great teaching. Don't have some dynamic, letter or email or sermon or whatever. Don't have just a favorite song. Know him. For you to be a witness means you got to know him. You need to know him. He needs to be your friend. It was pretty fun to go down to that resort and just say, to some of the people, yeah, the owner of this is my friend. They go, really? He's not real close, but he's my, this guy, it was fun. And it's more fun to say, I know him. I'm not here to correct all your doctrine. I'm finding out the things that used to fire me up is there's so much, and please understand this. That I'm not, knowing him is not putting us against them. The guy that's now a girl that's made so much news. Have any of you thought what he's going through? I mean, it's a big deal. They're slamming both directions. Do you know what he's going through? When you know God, you also know how much he loves people. He's not ticked off at them. He's not casting them aside. He looks at the sin and says, I see white. And he's looking for people that will help him convey that to them. Help them feel. And so part of it is you got to be a witness. You actually got to love people. You know what that means? You actually got to find somebody and like them and value them and not stick them in a category. It changes everything when you know him. Please value your life and what you know about God. And no, you don't know everything, and I don't know everything. No, to know God doesn't mean that we are experts and we're walking encyclopedias and that we're supposed to have all the answers. That's not what knowing God. Knowing God means I am familiar with him. If we get caught up in the culture of pursuing their normal, then we can't be the normal child of God that we should be. Plain and simple, you can't do both. You can't do both. You can't mix it and say, well, I'm going to be a Christian, but I'm going to be one dynamic Christian. I'm going to be a preacher. I'm going to be the best preacher. I'm going to have a huge ministry. I'm sorry, you can't do both. You got to pick one. Are you going to know him, or are you going to be known by everybody else as somebody special? Everybody's trying to be special. Sad thing is, everybody is special. Well, the good thing is everybody's special. Just who you are is special. Parents are wanting their kids to be the most brilliant little kids, and then the grandparents, oh, my kid is so smart, and it's great to brag on your kid, and it's great to encourage them. Do that personally to them. But frankly, we've put on them this curse of they've got to be spectacular at everything they do, or they're not special. It's just killing all of us. We are special. Out of the whole creation of God, we are the most magnificent things he's made. That's what he says. Come reason with him. Most of us are still thinking we got to become something before he's going to really like us, before he's going to be proud of us. And he said, if you would just come to me and walk with me, I'd be thrilled. I'm taking this literally to the point where I love my grandkids and I encourage them, but I'm not going to be the papa that's, way to go, boy, way to go, all the time. I mean, just because I want to just say, I like you. Papa just likes to be with you. Papa just loves you. And you don't have to conquer everything. Amen? It's totally a different normal. than what we're being fed. But when you start looking at it the way I think he looks at it, all of a sudden people are just awesome. You can tell when somebody's there because they're not bad-mouthing everybody. You can tell when somebody's not there because they are drawing the lines and, oh, these people are crazy and the Democrats are this and the Republicans are idiots and this and this and this and this and that and this and that. And, you know, I'm so fired up, I'm so mad about it. And he said, those people, forgive me, I'm not sure how much they know him. Because when you know him, you love him. You value him. And when you love him and value him, you see him as he really is. And when you see him as he really is, you become like him. And when you're like him, you like people. And you don't put them in categories. This is the good bunch, this is the bad bunch. You don't put them and say, you cross the line, man. And you don't have to go, oh, it's okay, you go ahead and be just who you are. You know, you're a, I won't say it. We're not doing that either. We're not telling them they're super people because they're great at this or because they're courageous because they made this heroic move. We're not doing that either. We're just saying, no, I value and respect you because you're created in God's image. And that's what's really turns me on about you. Not your voice, not your company, not your money, not your education. You. I just like you.